All right, in this video, I'm going to talk about our Gem 4 and how it all fits in with our front of the house team and how you can thrive in this position and serve our customers the best you can. So just as a reminder, if you have watched already our Gem 2, which you should have before watching this one, I'm going to just briefly overview so you are reminded. Repetition is always important. So GEM stands for Guest Experience Maker. We encourage our front staff to be thinking about that at all times, that it's not just dropping food or bussing a table, you know what I mean. So it goes you focusing on a relationship you have with our customer. They're there with their children, that you care about them, and all of that for them to be leaving satisfied and very happy. So GEM 2 is the person who runs food, busses tables, places a phone on hold, assist other GEMs, and as well, Gem 2 has their own upon arrival checklist, and then, as well as every other position, they have their own checklists of cleaning and different stuff, and you will always be assigned tasks to do if there is none of these available for you to do at a certain point. But you need to always remember that customer comes first. That means you're always keep an eye on the customer in the dining room no matter what. Gem 4, which we're going to go through today, is going to be serving our customer, just like basics of serving our customer in the dining room, pre-setting tables, staying in the dining room, getting refills, getting to-go boxes, and we're going to dive deep into this category. We have our Gem 3, who's the person who answers phones, call customers for pickup, and they have, their own, they do pizza boxes, ranch, Parmesan, and things of that nature. And as always, helping other GEMs. Our Gem 5 is the person who is to be on the tablet at all times. No matter what position in the front you are, you're going to be communicating with our Gem 5. Our Gem 5's main duty is to ensure every single customer in the dining room receives their food fast and accurate. Gem 6 is the person who serves our BYOP on Tuesdays and Saturdays. Gem 7 is very similar to that Gem 4, so these two, we're not going to have a separate training for Gem 7. It's going to be all the same thing, it's just that the location of that position is going to be happening in the patio. Next is going to be our Gem 1 training, which is the Gem 1 is someone who has mastered everything of the past, has mastered the POS, is able to serve alcohol, not only all of that, but is able to solve customer problems. We expect that as well from our Gem 1. So let's talk about our Gem 4, Guest Experience Maker number 4. And I'm going to start by, sorry, I lost the slide. Okay, so we're going to go over this one, obviously. And one of the things that you must remember is if you are a Gem 4, you need to stay in the dining room at all times, no matter what. So if you are behind the bar, in the hallway, behind a register, in the kitchen or anything, you are going to get yelled at because you are not serving your main purpose of why you're here on that particular position that you're serving. And what happens is when, as a team, one is not in the position where they were supposed to, then as a team we're weaker and something is with our customers not taken care of because we're not getting them to go boxes and whatever it is. So each position serves a different purpose and we need to hold our position in order for us to be successful. So Gem 4, you are to stay in the dining room at all times. That's one of the things for you to remember. So when a customer comes in, and so if you're in a dining room, we would like you to smile and not introduce yourself first, but, with everybody in the front staff, they would say, hey, welcome to Matanga's, right? I would like you to do that as well if you're in the dining room, which you are in this Gem 4 position. I'd like you to welcome people. If you see them coming in and if you have the opportunity to open the door for them, please do so. That shows such, it's a reflection of your character and how courteous you are and the serving heart you have of opening door for people. It's a rare commodity around here, so that's a great way to exceed expectation. So smile and welcome to Matanga's or whatever it is. Just keep an eye on them. As soon as they sit down at a table, that's the time that you're going to start, doing some stuff. So I'm going to go over some of the main duties with Gem 4. And then I'm going to go over the path of how it works. So hang tight with me. So first is smiling. It doesn't matter which position you work, you need to smile, especially if you work in the front as well, working in the back. But smiling is, do not not come in with a sour face. Just if you're not having a good day, you're going to cause other people not having a good day, and that's just not right. And one of your main focuses is to connect with our customers. Part of you connecting with our customers, you're like, hey, our customers are, many of them are, families with little kids, and I am 16 years old. The purpose of this is for you to not focus on yourself, but focus on others. It's not about you, it's about them. People like talking about their children. If you ask me questions about my kids, I'd be happy to talk all day about them because they're my kids and I love them. And same as anybody else, people love to talk about themselves, and you are making them talk about themselves by asking questions. And you are connecting them to what we do in the restaurant. So, if you're like, hey, have you liked our Facebook page? Or not randomly, but you're just talking to them and stuff. No, is this your first time? And how did you hear about us? And they're like, oh, so what are your theme nights? If they ask about that, if they have kids, I will hit always BYOP, and I'm going to tell you what all that is. But I'm going to say, hey, we have our kids build their own pizza night. It's going to be a great time. Hey, if you like our Facebook page, all the events and different things that happen at the restaurant, we posted there, so it'd be a great opportunity for you to stay in touch. So I just connected that customer to us for a long time. So that customer may leave, but they're going to see our posts on Facebook, and it's going to be more likely to come back. And that's what I'm talking about connecting them to a continued relationship with us so we can kind of serve them further. So introducing yourself is when you go to a table with a table number. You're going to hear me saying that a lot of times. So if there is a table with a table number and drinks and they have no food, that's the time for you to go to their table, and then you go in and you introduce yourself. Howdy, guys. This is knowledge, whatever your name is. Hey, this is Hangam, and I'm going to be serving you in the dining room today. I got you some plates, so you bring them the plates. So there are 5 people on that table or whatever it is. You bring 5 plates. Count the children as well. And hey, I got you guys some plates. Would you all want any utensils? Would you want any Parmesan or ranch? I'd be happy to get that for you as well. And they're going to say yes or no. If someone likes Parmesan with their pizza, they're going to know about it. Like, I don't usually get Parmesan with my pizza, so I won't ask for it. But whatever, people will know, and they will communicate that to you. So, absolutely, let me get that for you. And, you're going to set that up for them and bring all of that. Be cheerful and take joy in serving others. If you don't enjoy serving other people, then this is a wrong job for you. You want to get a cubicle office job, because working in a restaurant, you're going to suffer in every position. So remember that as well. Next, let's talking about pre-setting the table. I was talking about it, but let's go deeper. So whenever you locate a customer with a table number but no food yet, you grab some plates and you go to their table. You introduce yourself with a smile and you talk to them. And so again, I said you set their table and stuff, and you can always say, hey, have you all been here before? It's a great way of, they're like, oh yes, we're regulars, we love your pizza, fantastic, we're very glad to hear that. And again, you always want to communicate that praise to our staff. Oh, you all have the best pizza in town. You want to let the guys know in the back, because they do work really hard for that, and we appreciate it. And so that's the time for you to talk to our customers. Again, we are not wanting you to be robots and just drop off food and leave. We want you to be human. And if they would like utensils, would you like any Parmesan, ranch, anything else I can get for you? If they have children, the kids, so would you all want any coloring sheets? And if they say yes, the kids want coloring sheets. We have coloring sheets that are by the register. We have crayons as well behind the register on the other side. And we do have a lot of crayons, but the way it works is that you are to give 2 colors to each child. And the reason is if you give too much crayons to a child, they're going to put it in their mouth, they're going to put it in their nose, and I'm telling you because I have children and I know how that works. So we do 2 crayons per child. So you ask the child, hey, what are you, 2 of you, what's your favorite color? And they're going to tell you, oh, I like green, I like blue, I like black, I like, red, and you just pick 2 of them, and the top 2 that they said, and bring in the 2 crayons and say, oh, I'm sorry, these are the colors we have, and that's going to be that. So that's going to be part of that. Hey, is there anything else I can get for you all? Hey, I'm here in the dining room. If there's anything you would like, just give me a holler. I'd be happy to help you. So people, you want to, make sure people know that you are available around. If they have any questions, like, where's my food? It's been more than half an hour. Then you're going to go to the expediter. Hey, man, where is that food going? That's under those circumstances you can come in and figure out, because that's an emergency. When a customer, it's been half an hour, they've not gotten their food, that's a severe problem. And let's talking about that again. I guess, you know, we're not emphasizing that enough. I hope you're getting the hint with that. So when you grab the plate, you know, walk over, smile, and say, howdy, guys. You know, is this y'all's first time? Great. What brought you in here? Well, you know, great seeing you guys back. Or, you know, my name is Hanga. I'm here to serve you guys. If you need anything while we wait for your food, I got you all some plates. Would you guys need any utensils? Again, you know, fantastic. Let me get them for you. Would your little one want some coloring sheets while you wait? Absolutely. Let me get that for you. What's your favorite color? Here you go. Is there anything else I can get for you? You know, that's just that. You know, just with every single table, you are there available. And I'm hoping I'm emphasizing all of that enough. Repetition and that's just that. Be comfortable. People are people, and they want to have a good time. They want their food right now, so make that happen as well. So getting refills. So let's go here. We must honor our customers. They're leaving a tip for us. So our restaurant is what's called fast casual. There are two kinds of restaurant. Well, I mean, there are many kinds, but there's a infamous fast food, and then you have the full service restaurant. We are fast casual, so we're not fast food, nor well for service. But, you know, customers are leaving a tip. It's an optional tip. They are free to do it or not. But a lot of customers are leaving us tips, so we need to honor that. And in terms of serving them in the dining room and justifying that tip that they're giving our front staff. And you as a Gem 4 is one of the ones that is able to justify that. The expediter is part of the team, but it's not serving the front line. So you are in the front touching the customer. So customer wants comfort, convenience. So they don't want to get up and get their drink, or they have children. Every time they have to get up to get a drink for their kids or whatever it is. So getting drinks is annoying if you remember, like, you know, if you go to a full service restaurant and then you're eating and then there's no drinks and then you're waiting and waiting for the server to come for you. You know what I'm talking about? And then especially if you're eating something spicy, it gets annoying. Whereas a server, you can't find them. You know, we certainly don't want to be that. So the way to get refills is the following 2 questions. Very simple. As soon as you see a customer's drink goes below half, you go to their table and say, "What are you drinking, sir?" Don't say, you know, a question that the answer is yes or no. Don't say, "Would you like a refill?" The customer's going to say no because it's up there and they feel bad about it or whatever it is. So, "May I ask what you're drinking, sir?" Or, "What are you drinking, sir?" "May I ask what you're drinking?" Or, "And you, ma'am?" And if the other person sitting at the table, and say, "Let me get you refills real quick," and then grab their drinks. Make sure that you know, "Would you like some extra ice? Would you like some more ice?" Or whatever it is. Smile and make that happen. Getting refills is very, very important. People appreciate it very much. It goes a long way. So you must always keep an eye on that as well. So again, so far we've gone over pre-setting the table and getting refills. Those 2 things, and there's going to be one last element on this position that is going to be key. And you keep those 3 things up, you're going to be very successful in this position. Next is getting to-go boxes. Getting to-go boxes. Hope that made sense. Oh my goodness. As soon as there's a couple of slices left on a customer's pizza, you're going to take that opportunity and go back to that table. And you always say, "How's everything, guys? You know, hope you like your pizza. Hope you like your Supreme Pizza," whatever. So, "Would you all want a to-go box? Or are you still working on it?" And for instance, a customer, you know, there are like 2 slices left. They're going to let you know if they want a to-go box. Oh, they're probably going to finish it. So either they're going to say, "No, we're still working on it. Fantastic. I just want to offer you a to-go box. And thank you, guys. And, you know, enjoy your dinner," or whatever it is. However, if they say, "Yes, absolutely, let me get that to-go box for you." And to-go boxes, we always give the white to-go boxes, and the reason is because the cost of every white to-go box is 1/10 of a regular pizza box. So we always encourage not to do that unless it's like about half a large pizza or more of a pizza left. Then in that case we do, but usually, unless a customer specifically asks for it or something like that, but usually 9 out of 10, we try to give the white to-go boxes, even if it means giving 2 white to-go boxes, again, because it's far cheaper. And we appreciate you doing that. And if not, you may be questions why you're giving them a to-go, a pizza box, or, you know, whatever it is. So remember that as well. So when dropping off the box, again, I wanted to thank you guys so much for coming in tonight and hope to see you all soon. And that's the time that you kind of, you know, wrapping things up and saying goodbye to them. So let's go over this again because it is so important. And if a customer has to get up, which happens far too often, if a customer has to get up and come to the bar and ask any of the other gems for a to-go box, that says that you failed your position. Getting to-go boxes, because the customer, when it comes to the drink, they can get their drink themselves. When it comes to pre-setting the table, if you don't do a good job when the Gem 2s bring the food out, that's the time, oh wow, the customer doesn't have plates, so we're going to make that happen right now. But when it comes to the to-go box, if a customer had to get up because they, in their mind, had to be thinking about, okay, well, we have 2 slices left. Should we get a to-go box? Oh, is the to-go box is over there by the iced tea? Should we tell one of that? They had to go through 10 minutes of speculating how to resolve the problem that they have right now, and our Gem 4 was not paying attention to solve that customer's problem. And so that is not good. You do not want to be that. So again, once you preset the table and you take care of them with the Parmigiano ranch and everything, you're going to try to make one more visit regarding the refills. Once they get their food, you want to make one visit about the refills. And when you get the refills, you're always, when you go to their table, hey guys, how's it going? Hope everything's all right. Hope everything's tasting good for you guys. They're going to say yes or no. Hopefully always yes. And then you're like, what are you drinking, sir? What are you drinking, ma'am? Let me get that for you. So you get them refills. And then you're going to visit them one last time when it comes to that to-go boxes area, which is, again, the customer is almost done with their food, and it seems like they're not actively eating. If it seems like they're actively eating, then, you can always stop by and offer that to-go box and see if they say yes or no. So again, just make sure that you tell them that we're grateful for them to stop by that night. They could have gone to 10 gazillion other places. So remember that. Next is going to be pre-bussing tables. So pre-bussing tables is, once the customer receives their meal and they express their satisfaction with everything. So that's the second visit that you made after pre-setting the table. They've gotten their food. You stop by to get that refills and just making sure that they're satisfied with everything. From then on, unless you get in a to-go box, you want to be in the silent service mode. It is very annoying when a server has to, interrupt conversation like every 5 minutes. We don't want to do that. You want to be available. That means you're around, you're walking around, you are removing extra plates or anything that seems to be trash or anything. You're pre-bussing that table. The Gem 4 always makes a loop. So by the candy machine, wherever that is, if you recall the candy machine, well, not the candy, I don't know what it's called, the gumball machine or whatever it is, by the main door, that's going to be your path starting. You're going to turn right and make a counterclockwise loop in the dining room always. If you don't know what I'm talking about, please ask another server or ask me or somebody, and I'm going to tell you what it is. But it's like a counterclockwise round that you make in the dining room. You show that you are available, that you're not just cleaning everywhere. You're just walking around, looking around, smiling, making eye contact, just shaking your head briefly, but you're not interrupting people's conversation every 2 minutes. So if they had like an appetizer, if they had breadsticks, if they had salad, that's the time you're just going to smile. When they're done with it, obviously, there's no breadsticks in there. They certainly don't want that dish any longer. So you briefly, you slowly smile and get it out of their way. With a smile, again, don't interrupt the customer's conversation every second. So pre-bussing any pizza tray. So a customer, like hypothetically, you drop them a to-go box and they got all the slices that was in that pizza tray, or whatever it is. That's the time you go back with the smile. You thank them and everything. That's fine. And in a few minutes, you're going to go and remove that pizza tray, smile, and get anything else out of their way. You're pre-bussing the table, and you are as well, again, still showing that you're available. And you are hustling in the dining room that, hey, customer, you left us a $5 tip. It is fully justified. Look at me hustling in the dining room. And that's what that means. So, and smile. I think I'm emphasizing that enough. Another reason for pre-bussing tables, especially when we have a busy night, is because we need to make sure that, we have a lot of customers coming in. There may be no tables to sit. Once we pre-bus that table and get everything out of that customer's way and they finish their food and we get everything out of their way, we're kind of in a courteous way encouraging them to, hey, guys, if there's nothing else, we can make some space for other customers. So that's a little bit for that, and again, we want another table to come in, so because a lot of times we have to turn tables, let people go just because we don't have anywhere to sit, and that gets to be a little annoying if the wait time and stuff. So that's another reason for pre-bussing, but you need to as well hustle. Again, the pre-bussing is part of that. Gem 4 success tip. If you're a Gem 4 in the dining room, you may be by yourself. A lot of times we have one Gem 4 in the dining room. So we want you to remember a few things. Always carrying That's with every position. You know, if you want to thrive, you need to actually care. You want to care that the customer leaves satisfied, that are not waiting for their food for years, that they're not restless, that they taste good, that they are satisfied with everything and their stay. So that comes in caring. If a customer asks you something, you are concerned for them and you want to ensure that they get their answer, and you're going to learn if you don't know the answer to a question either as well. Being grateful. You need to understand that customer could have gone to many other locations, but they chose to come to our establishment, and we are very grateful for that. And as well, gratitude comes from, you being grateful having a job, you being grateful being part of this team. Let's talk about being mindful. Being mindful it's a large concept, but you are always aware of things that are happening in the restaurant. And that means that, for instance, if there's a family and their child is, extremely restless, and they're screaming and they're throwing stuff away, there are two cases that are happening here. One, that child is very hungry. So you want to certainly go check, hey, what's the status of table number 11? Do they have any breadsticks or anything on that order, or whatever it is? And then you want to go to that table, and it depends on the age of that child, but like, is there anything we can do? Is it that, he's hungry? Would you like me to bring, like, some cucumbers or some carrots? It depends on the age of the child, obviously. Even if it's like, oh, would you like me to bring you some anything I can get for you right now to, and we're just offering a little something complimentary. I don't know, you need to ask someone if we do have crackers before offering that to our customers, but you can say, hey, would you like some crackers just to, for them to munch on, or, and customer's going to say yes, customer's going to say no, but you did your part of trying to offer. Is there anything that we can do on our part? I did check on your food. Pizza's in the oven. It's going to be less than 5 minutes for you guys. Can I get them a coloring sheet? The train table? You are trying to offer help to them, and that goes a long way for a family, that you show that you care, and you're a young woman who's like 18 or 16 or whatever. That says so much about you, so that goes long as well. Being friendly. Being friendly means, like, when you see someone, in other words, our customer, you are, hey guys, you open up as if it's your best friend. How do you feel when you see your, hey, long time no see, how have y'all been, or whatever, right? So when your parents see a family friend, or when you see a friend, how do you behave? That's the behavior you want to have here with our customers, by being a friendly person. Being proactive versus being reactive. You'll hear me on this a lot. Being proactive means that when we are not busy, that's the time for us to be prepared for when we get busy. So when you arrive, at 5 or 5:30 or whatever, we may not be busy at that point. But that doesn't mean that you're just going to stand around, work slow, or whatever. That's the time for you to be ready before you need, to work really fast. And one of the things you need to do is setting up your station. That means bringing all the plates, Parmesan, ranch little cups, and all of that, utensils, and that table where right across the soda fountain by the train station. You need to set up your station. You need to be cleaning, sweep, wipe down tables, re-wipe down tables, re-sweep again, over and over, and all of that. And that's something for you to remember. Next is exceeding expectation. Always be thinking about, how can you exceed expectations of our customers? How can you exceed expectations of Matthew and I? How can you exceed expectations of our manager, or your teammates, or anybody, or your parents? How can you exceed their expectation? Being in the mediocre zone, everybody can be in that zone. You want to think about, always be intentional about, how can you, they expect you to do that. How can you go above and beyond? Again, that goes as part of caring, and you taking joy in serving others. And that's all part of that. Being a multitasker. A customer is going to tell you in one table, hey, can I have a Parmesan? And the other table, while you pass them by, they're like, hey, can I have a to-go box? And another table is going to tell you something else. Hey, can you check on our food? So there are like 3 tables that you're trying to do something on. So one of the things you want to do is you want to do one thing at a time. So 3 tables, they told you, one wants ranch, one wants to-go box, one wants you to check on their order. So you need to decide what's more important. First is probably checking on that order. So you're going to go back and say, hey, so-and-so the expediter, can you check on that order 11 and let me know what the status of it is? I'm going to go do something. I'm going to be right back real quick. So you're going to go and do the Parmesan, grab a to-go box, and you're working on that moment. You're just thinking about those three things. You go and drop the Parmesan, and you drop the to-go box. Is there anything else for you guys? And I say, no, thank you so much for coming in, and let me go check on that order again. And so you go back and check on the order. The expediter is going to tell you, oh, it's in the oven. It's going to be less than 5 minutes. You go back to that table, and you give them an update, and then you're done. And so it's going to be requiring you to multitask a lot, and to be successful multitasking or anything is for you to focus. It is not going to be remembering 100 things. It's going to be less than 10 things you need to remember at a time, and it's not going to, you can do it. It's not rocket science. Next, fortune is in the follow-up. If you check on an order, go back and give a customer an update. If a customer asks for something, they had a problem or concern, you go to the kitchen, communicate that, you come back, hey, I want to let you know, I let them know that you would like it crispy. And you going back and giving a customer an update, again, it goes a long way. They'll feel that you care. We're back to that. They feel that you care, you've given an update, and they will leave you a cash tip or something, or they'll be back, or whatever it is. It'll go a long way. You always following up with a customer. And then once they got their pizza, you go back, hey, I just want to make sure it is the crispy as you want it, and if not, how can we fix it for you? Don't walking around empty-handed. So if you are hypothetically on your way that, we talked about that Parmesan and the ranch, and you go in and grab that Parmesan and the to-go box, you go and drop it off at a table, and when you drop it off at that table, you are able to grab 2 plates because they're done, like hypothetically, they're done with their breadsticks and something else. Grab that breadsticks basket on your way, and you are making that trip that you made to that table worthwhile. You're working smart and hard. So you're not walking around empty-handed. You did something else on your trip back to the other position that you were at. Smile. I hope I'm emphasizing that enough. Open door for our customer whenever you can. Anticipate their needs before them. So if a family comes in with their kids, when right before they're thinking about which table to sit in, you go in and you offer them, hey, would you all want any booster seats or high chairs? And you go get it for them. You wipe it down for them. If customer got fries, hypothetically, you go offer them, hey, would you all want ketchups or not, or whatever it is. Mastering that silent service and not being annoying. Making a personal connection. These are tips for success. And being an elegant communicator. We spoke about this in our GEM 2 training. This one is, always be quick to thank people. Always use the word please. I apologize. I understand. Absolutely, sir, ma'am. I appreciate that. Your body language. You need to make eye contact. You need to smile and be an elegant communicator. So always keep an eye on your tables. If they express a need, communicate with other FOH team members and the expediter and our kitchen staff and ensure our customer is taken care of. Always go back and give an update. Hope I emphasize that enough. Our customer is super unhappy and it's already too late. If our customer is very unhappy about something, it's because it's already too late. We did not notice the fact that we have one table in the dining room. It's been more than half an hour. They've not gotten their food yet. So you should have noticed it already versus them expressing that to you. So if you see it's been like 20 minutes on that food, or it's been a while, you don't need to tell anything to the customer at that point. You're just going to go to the expediter, say, hey, it seems like table number 11 have not gotten their food in a long time. Would you check on that and give me an update? And so as you have the expediter go and check on that food and give you an update. And when they do, you go to the table and you communicate, hey guys, I just want to let you know your food's going to be out in less than 5 minutes, guys. We're getting it out to you as fast as we can. If a customer has not gotten their food in like 20 minutes, if it's been more than 20 minutes, I would like you to communicate with a GEM 2 or our GEM 1 and say, hey, so-and-so, it seems like table number 11, it took about more than 20 minutes for them to get their food. Are we able to give them a text Zeppole? In that case, you want to make sure that the GEM 2 puts in a table number for that text Zeppole and writes on the ticket that it's ready now, or they want it in 5 minutes, so keep an eye on that table when they would be ready for that food. Be knowledgeable about our menu. If a customer asks you a question about any of our dishes and the process of how we make our food, you need to be able to give an answer. So if you don't know, hypothetically, customer is like, hey, I'm severely allergic to nuts, and I just realized that I ordered a chicken pesto pizza. Is there nuts in the pesto? And you did go through the menu training. You should already know. However, if you forget, hypothetically you forgot about it, say, I apologize, I don't know about it. Let me look, let me ask someone real quick. So you need to make sure you ask like 2 to 3 people, or even go read on the box or something, like communicate with the expediter or a GEM 2. Hey guys, can you go read in the gluten-free crust box to make sure that these ingredients are not in it or something like that? You can't always rely on your teammates, like in the kitchen. They may say, oh, is our meatball gluten-free, or is our meatballs don't have pork? A team member may tell you, oh, yes or no, but it's better for you to read a box or send someone to read the box. Never say no. A customer says something, so understand the reasoning behind different things that we do at the restaurant. If you don't, ask questions. Don't just say, oh, we don't serve spaghetti and meatballs anymore, or we don't, whatever it is. If you don't know something, ask someone. Hypothetically, if a customer is like, oh, why you guys don't have fettuccine alfredo on your menu anymore? If you don't have any idea what the customer's talking about, I apologize. Let me get someone who can assist you real quick, and then as well learn. So if hypothetically we don't carry fettuccine alfredo anymore, it's very different for me to tell the customer, I'm sorry, we removed the fettuccine alfredo from the menu, and the customer is going to be disappointed, versus saying, versus giving the other answer that would be, hey, our fettuccine alfredo, our chefs, it's a grandma and grandpa, they make that, and they have gone to Iran after like 16 years visiting their son for a month, and they will be back, and we bring that dish back on the menu. They had to go visit their son's getting married or something like that. So you are telling a story of why we're not carrying that item. Customer says, why are you guys not carrying meatball parm anymore? You're like, I apologize, that there was not much demand for it, and we had to throw all the supplies out all the time, and that's the reason, blah, blah, blah. So if you don't know the answer, ask someone, but give a customer an answer so they're convinced that we don't just make decisions out of nowhere trying to, disappoint our customers, because we certainly don't do that. And always, can I have extra marinara? If a customer asks for that, go make it happen for them. Always make sure that the customer's satisfied. Don't say, oh, the breadsticks comes with 1 marinara, or you know what I mean? So make it happen for them. If you don't know, can we give a gallon of marinara to a customer? They're asking for that. I'm saying never say no. Ask a GEM 1, and the GEM 1 is going to say, no, we would have to charge like $5 for it, or something or another. And with that, this would be our GEM 4 training. Thank you for your patience. I hope this served you. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to ask us, and we'd be happy to serve you. We appreciate you working for us and serving in this position, and we hope you enjoy it, and our customers, and have a good time as well. So again, if you have any questions, don't hesitate to ask us. Thank you so much.